Maybe, just maybe. Star Wars
maybe.
Force Awakens wasn't that good. Like,
Oh, and we're
Welcome,
live.
everybody.
Uh-oh.
We're live. I like to catch Levi with
Shots
the cold
fired.
opens. That's right. We're taking shots at Star Wars here behind the scenes.
I'm just quoting.
I will go on record here and now, just to document this. There hasn't been good Star Wars for 20 years.
That's probably true. Except for The Mandalorian. Mandalorian is freaking great.
I
Mandalorian
want
is good.
the new trilogy to be great. Like, I want to cheerlead it, but I had like one of my high school kids break that down for me, and in just one argument, I was like, I don't want to agree with you, but I agree with you.
I had a similar argument about Jeepers Creepers this week, where I'm like, the gymnastics they had to do with multiple movies to make that first one valid is the amount of gymnastics they will have to do with Star Wars to make that sequel trilogy good. Like, it's
gonna bum me out if we start talking about Jeepers Creepers.
No,
Hey, but at least
not.
there's
That
no
movie just makes me
expectations for
mad.
Jeepers Creepers.
It's-
There are real expectations for Star Wars.
It's celebrating its 20th anniversary. That's why it came up this week.
Is that really a celebration, though? Is it really a celebration?
I'm just saying.
That's it.
It's a thing. That's all. It's a thing. So, well, all of you who came here for movie talk tonight, welcome.
All of you who showed up so we can do deep cut breakdowns of the seminal film Jeepers Creepers.
Oh man,
Changed my life. The movie changed my life.
changed forever.
Oh, did it? Did it?
I've never even seen it.
Certainly,
Justin Long's best work.
certainly had an
Hold on,
impact
just
mine.
to catch the fullness of the meme. What made me angry more about Star Wars was that I think there were so many cool characters that could have had such better stories in it and happenings in it.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
It was a
I
huge
agree.
opportunity that was just blown.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, this is Vampire the Masquerade, I think.
What?
I think. I mean, that's what I put up on the screen. Who knows what we'll actually do for 2 hours? But here we are, nonetheless.
Quick guys, let's derail again.
Let's derail. Jeff will have to
We're good at
fix this in post because he's not here to fix it now. So,
That's true. That's true.
I got 3 of my 4 players back. Jeff is again absent this week, unfortunately. We are going to go ahead and do some brief character reintroductions for those of you who are with us live. Those of you who watch it later on YouTube are going to once again be really confused why we are so lost as to what's going on. But it's been like a month since we played, maybe longer.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So we're going to go ahead and
figure it out.
We're going to kick. Well, Nathan Sanchez is here. We're not going to talk about him.
Yeah,
Much.
We'll talk about him.
he's at like a rally.
Nathan Dirty
Is.
Sanchez.
The fun,
Arguing with millennials.
fun,
It's
fun
always
fact
good.
is that is actually what was supposed to happen in tonight's game. So now I don't have a clue what we're doing. Thanks, Jeff. So we are, however, going to deal with the other 3 characters that are here. So we're going to move across over there to Bofford.
Cheerio.
Bofford is back with us and playing Thomas Weller.
Rio?
Tell us a little bit about Thomas. Hey, Derps and Rio.
Well, Thomas Weller is trying to cope with some godhood and
It's tough. It's tough.
and just trying to make his way, and was gonna try and help prop up Nathan's bid for power amongst the disenfranchised, but I guess that kind of got shot.
Hey, dude.
Right in the shins, right?
Just a bit.
Anyway, no one's bitter here. All love. But yeah, basically, I'm a Tremere from the Vampire Clan Tremere. They're the Magic Boys. They do all sorts of funkiness with their blood and exercising their will over reality, and rituals and neat stuff. And yeah, I think basically I remember from last time is we're getting ready for the rally. We're up in the Tremere, not Tremere, sorry. I'm getting a little.
It's a
obsessive there.
Giovanni. Penthouse.
Giovanni. We're up in the Giovanni penthouse.
Because
Where Thomas, his media merit has kicked in.
Dude, you just said that, and we are not in character. I don't even think we're currently still in the house, but I still got nervous that somebody fucking heard you say that. He's like, I'm like, you better take that shit back.
You better watch your words, son.
Say it out
You
loud.
better watch your mouth.
Oh,
So Sliding across the overlay here, we're going to move over there to Levi, playing his character Second. Levi, tell us a little about Second, what you remember of him.
I can't tell you everything about Second because apparently I don't know anymore. So I'm not even going to go into what I used to be because it's no longer relevant. I'm a Malkavian.
Sure?
I think I'm a Malkavian who was created by Taper, who's here in the overlay. The guy that looks like the stereotypical '90s vampire, edgelord. Except that I also made another one of him out of my coffee boy where I work while I was fighting a global conspiracy against an AI that I actually am responsible for creating. And except there's another evil AI. And on top of all this, apparently I personally work for the prince and am the one that put him in a sensory deprivation chamber. I don't even know when I did that, but I have all these fun nuggets that keep welling up in my memory. And it is, oh my, it's a trip. It's a trip. Oh, and more importantly, Cam over here, his character did not help me with my memory therapy.
That's right.
At all.
He did not.
He refused.
I did not. I did. I refused.
He did not.
He didn't want to be a part. He didn't want to be part of the solution. He wants to be part of the problem.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Thomas members. He helped.
That's right.
Wait. I'm Thomas, and I'm Thomas, and I helped.
You did.
All right, and the last of our players returning this week is Cameron, playing his character Omar Vasquez. Cameron, tell us a little bit about Omar and what he's been doing.
Well, Omar did not help Second with his therapy, which involved like running a steel rod through his head or something. I can't even remember.
They were knives.
Whatever they were, he didn't want any part of it. However,
A little
he is-
unlicensed trepanning. That's
yeah,
all.
just a little self lobotomy, no big deal. He's Nosferatu, so he real ugly, but he's strangely charming, even though you wouldn't think so, because he's real creepy. I have it written on my character sheet that it was, I believe, the inspiration was methed out Michael Keaton, like say from Multiplicity days. Like I'm thinking like the really
Never heard
over.
you say that about this.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he said it one other time. Yeah.
I think
He did.
about if anybody saw Multiplicity, genius movie.
Yes, it is.
The one version of him that was the like super type A, everything's organized. Was he 3?
3.
Yeah, because the original was 1. That's right. So
I
yes,
just
it was
thought this
3.
Past weekend, 2
Oh.
is the one that goes to work. 3 is the stay-at-home dad who becomes
Yes.
very type A.
Yes.
And then 4 is the copy of 2.
It's a copy of a
The
copy.
copy of the
It
copy.
doesn't work out. Yeah, so
Your
he's
voice.
like
He likes pizza, Steve.
he does. He's gonna eat a Dulcin.
Steve, will you buy me a monkey, Steve?
Your voice, though, was inspired a little differently, if I remember right.
Yes, but the voice, I don't remember the actual. What I decided it was going to be.
Something about the guy who was really into MLM, and you were.
Oh
working on dialing
yeah.
it.
So, if anybody saw Super Troopers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the guy at the beginning who was like, "The snozberries taste like snozberries," that guy had a very small part in the movie Garden State, where he was just this weird townie that got really into like these multi-level marketing schemes and had this really weird voice and would always talk to you like this all the time. That's basically what his voice sounds like. So that's him. He currently just made a deal with the Giovanni, and I haven't quite decided if he knows the bigness of what he's dealing with, or if he's
No,
just
he
like,
does
oh
not.
yeah, that's some other people and they wanted to make a deal with me. That sounds
To
great.
be honest, I don't either.
So-
I just out of character got nervous when you said that.
Yeah, so he's kind of genius, but also kind of might be completely unaware of what's happening around him in reality. So you be the judge. That's
All
where
right.
we're at.
And just as a small recap leading up to this game, it was only like a week ago when these these guys were
Was it?
were like newly embraced and found themselves lying in a tub of blood with bodies hanging over them.
No big
And
deal.
they managed to burn down. Crazy X here. Subbing.
Crazy X here.
For 31 months. We've been streaming for 31 months.
We have.
Man, crazy.
The sad part is, I
Yeah,
just resubscribed
Crazy
for
Ike would be
29
the alpha,
months.
right? He would be the first one.
He was
to
the first
actually-
one.
He was like the.
He started the channel technically, so
Yeah, that's true.
31 months.
Wow.
31.
So yeah, they found themselves in a.
You are all old. Red text. You are all old.
They found themselves in the hatchery, which turned out to be a hatchery where they were being raised to be a coterie of Sabbat, unknowing to them, and they were dispatched at that time as they were learning their quote-unquote traditions to take care of a squatter who happened to be a gangrel at a bar. After taking care of this gangrel, they later come to town and ran into a sheriff by the name of Willis Vanderbeek, who then sent them on a mission to find out what happened to his deputy, which turned out to be the gangrel that they killed. After discovering this, shit went sideways. They came back to town. May or may not have completely ditched the sheriff's whole entire mission. Instead, diverted sideways to rallying some would-be do-gooders to create some rally, and possibly also in there learning about this place called the Vineyard, where Giovanni needed their technical expertise to take her century-old blood wine industry to iKindred, where she is then incorporating her work with that of Hemoglobal and Omar with the help of Second. Maybe with Second's help. We don't know, because Omar
not
wouldn't
sure.
help him with his brain knife therapy, so who knows if he'll get his back-end coding done now or not. But
That's fine.
this whole thing may, who knows what'll happen with that before we're done. In the midst of all of this, the Giovanni, realizing that their entire operation was being run out of a rented basement apartment of some shitty ass apartment down by a train station, decides that she needs to put them up here in this penthouse where they can do their work and they can meet. And so she brings them up there, and in the midst of all of this, they discover that it's haunted, and Thomas starts seeing ghosts.
No big deal.
And that was kind of where things kind of wrapped up, along with Second having some very weird flashback memories of doing shit that he does not fully remember, and is starting to question everything he possibly ever knew.
And try to get me to the bottom.
Side note, when I was talking about real ghosts, it doesn't mean that the ghosts necessarily have wraith stats. More that instead of it being a delusion or some type of dementia.
Hey, Derps
Since it's
is
via
also
medium.
working out of a rental and wants any Giovanni's to put him up in a penthouse. If you got some spare Giovanni
If
penthouses.
there's anybody spare Giovanni penthouses, yeah. I'm into
Spare
it.
Giovanni penthouse.
All of this, of course, dealing with the fact that once they learned they were Sabbat, that Thomas Weller was not supposed to know they were Sabbat, because they needed him to go pass a Bona Lies test at Elysium with his Perimogen, and they are only just a night away from Elysium, where all of this has to go down. Omar needs to get an invite for Natalia to go with him. There is so much they have to do, and about one night left to do it. They spend the rest of what is left of their night at the penthouse, finding themselves places in there to hunker down for the day, because daylight is coming really, really quickly.
I set up a workstation for Fresh Blood Studios inside the apartment.
Ooh, Fresh Blood Studio.
So they get all this stuff set up before the sun breaks, and they find themselves way too exhausted to stay awake, because unlike humans, caffeine doesn't really affect them. So they can't keep themselves up during the day, and they eventually do find themselves having to go to sleep for the day. They are, however, rather young kindred, and are able to wake themselves during the early evening hours before the sun would technically be all the way down if they want to get a head start on the day. But when they awaken, they find that Nathan Sanchez is already gone.
What a jerk.
Maybe he's just has the highest humanity and can get up earlier.
What a jerk.
But we will discuss Nathan's whereabouts later. In the meantime, you guys all awaken.
Just for the sake of my own sanity, which I realize is a weird way of putting it. I'm going to stare at where I know Nathan sleeps and use Eyes of Chaos to see if I can discern any insight as to what I think may have happened.
Okay.
So I do Perception and Occult. So I rolled too many dice because I am hubris. I got one success.
One success. So
Did he leave here of his own volition?
it seems so.
Okay.
It seems that based on what you can find in his quarters that he set up, and mind you, he got in late as it was already. He wasn't with you guys when you got here. You guys had to kind of tell him where you were at, and he eventually does show up. He kind of goes to his room, gets everything set up, makes sure all the windows and everything, the shutters are pulled so that no light gets in, that sort of stuff, locks his doors, and then kind of just hunkers down. And he doesn't really say too much. It doesn't take you long to remember that just a couple of days ago at a coffee shop, he met with some ragtag group of would-be do-gooders that he was supposed to meet with during the day today because they were having a rally outside a bank. Protest, all that garbage they were talking about the other day.
I leave his room and I go do work.
So
Garbage.
you look around, you assume he must have gone to try to meet up with his allies and contacts that he was trying to make to help push forward their agendas. And who knows what has happened to him in the meantime. The rest of you eventually do wake up. The sun is either on its way down or down at this point, as you're all relatively young kindred. You don't have to wait till the wee hours of the night to get up. Yeah, Berserker Rage. That's what's going on. He had a Berserker Rage. So, you guys get up. You come back out there. You have your studio for Fresh Blood set up.
The desk.
The desk.
It's a desk. The offices
with some computer equipment, and that is it.
You got a little bit of time if there's anything you want to initially start working on with it.
I need blood a lot.
You're hungry.
Badly. Yeah.
Well, you have at your access a person with herd.
You
Is
do.
there Giovanni blood wine in this apartment?
Yes, there is a stocked cellar. Oh, not a cellar, but a stocked wine rack, if you will. It's kind of like a closet, like two doors open. It's like a shit ton of wine.
How many blood points are in a bottle?
Well, we'll say it's 2 per bottle.
I'm gonna down 3 bottles.
Ooh, all right.
Oh boy, now we don't have any.
So you start drinking as you're working. You're drinking.
Yeah, it's like instead of like the Mountain Dew that is just like absent-mindedly being drank while I'm focused. It's that now.
So as you start down the work, you guys see he's busted open bottles. He's pouring into overly fancy like glasses.
Omar.
Jeez.
It's like he's doing Code Red.
It's like he's
Baja Blast. What about Baja Blast?
It's the Four Loko of the Kindred world. Make a stamina check. Difficulty will be 6.
Stamina.
As he's coding, I'm just gonna kind of walk up quietly, not actually gonna use obfuscate, and I'm just gonna watch over his shoulder and remember.
How many? What's the difficulty?
6.
I get one success.
One success.
One
After you
success.
drink the first bottle and you get your first 2 blood points, it starts to hit you. Like, whoa, hey, whatever this Giovanni does, like, you haven't tried to imbibe alcohol since being turned that you remember. But based on kind of conversations that you've had both with Thomas, who seems to be rather well schooled in this, like alcohol, food, none of that stuff, you wouldn't keep it down. It wouldn't. You guys saw that the grub was able to eat. It was a rather largely grotesque, but short of that, like it doesn't seem like these sorts of things should be affecting you because I mean you're dead, right? But whatever her process is for making this bloodline, it's working. You can feel it. You start the second bottle. We need another stamina roll. Difficulty 7 now.
Oh boy.
We're climbing. Great. One success.
You get your other 2 blood points in. You are feeling really good.
Did I just go for number 3? Just roll it up.
I just think it's hilarious that he's getting blasted on blood wine, and I have heard of 4.
He doesn't want to waste your resources.
It's not a waste. That's what they're there for.
Well, I know
There's
that.
for the clients.
Mm.
You know,
He's for the clients.
You turn as your drink. Go ahead and make your stamina difficulty 8 roll for the last one as your.
Christ. Okay, hold on. I got a 10 and a 1, so
Whoa.
my 10 explodes. Hold on.
Yes,
There we go.
So I got a total of 1 success.
that's enough. You're succeeding. You're not failing. So you are finishing off the 3rd bottle. You've just been sitting here for the better part of an hour. You were just so hungry to stave off frenzy, and you're just like, whew. And you turn and you take a look, and for the first time, you really take a good look at the label. And that's when it happens.
Uh-oh.
For a moment, you're not in the penthouse anymore. Or maybe you are. Maybe it is the penthouse. But things look a little different. There's somebody else there with you. You remember walking over to the cellar and pulling out very similar bottles of blood wine. You remember you had to check the labels before you gave them to him.
Is he?
You remember walking over and you reach out with a bottle and you see a pale hand grabs the bottle from you and you hear his voice. We have preparations to make. And that's where the vision ends. You're sitting there holding the bottle in your hand.
Hey guys. I remembered something.
You hear a voice from about 2 feet behind your head. What'd you remember?
Oh, good. You're here.
I've been here a while.
You gonna listen? Because I need you to really pay attention to me.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay, good. So, it was all with a label because I was working and I was focused, and the label came in, and when I saw the label, it's just like that's all I want to remember. And he was here, and that's when I remembered he likes this particular vintage, and that's what I gave it to him. And he was here. He said that I am part of the preparations. Sebastian.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I told you guys about the box, right?
Maybe.
I put Sebastian in a box because he told me to.
Like a
I don't remember why I
coffin?
did that. Why did I do that? No, one of these. And then I punch up the tab with the sensory deprivation chamber I was shopping for.
Yeah.
I was like, one of those. Like, one
second.
of those right there.
Second,
You mentioned it.
it wasn't Sebastian. It was Prince Voltaire.
It was Prince Voltaire. It's Prince Voltaire. Not the
Yeah.
current guy. The old guy.
The old one. The elder prince.
I even
You
check my
didn't
notes.
mention
Sorry,
that.
Ogle.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Yeah.
So, what
I
does
put
that
Voltaire in a
mean?
box.
What does it mean then?
It means that he likes this. He's a man of a refined taste or something like that. I really shouldn't do this anymore. It's very hard to. And this
You
one's his
seem
favorite.
impaired.
I mean, it's a lot to. I mean, okay. So I thought it was about family and innovation, and I don't think it ever was. You know when Tom was talking about layers of control?
Yeah?
I don't think we've ever been out of the layers of. I think we're still in the onion. I don't think we ever were out of the onion.
So we're
Oh
in
my god.
the Matrix?
It was so much easier when I could just burn shit. Okay. So
It's so much easier when I can
So-
shit.
I didn't know, but then it turns out that I made Taper. I made the coffee boy look like Taper. That's the first thing I didn't know that I did. And now it's I put the Prince Voltaire in one of these because he told me to, as part of the preparations. So, oh no, do I know more preparations? I must know more preparations because he drinks, and I gave him drinks.
Well, all I can determine is that you're either really important or really delusional. I don't know which one it is.
That's profound.
I know.
I gotta work. I'm not gonna let you down, Omar. Fresh Blood Studios.
So I'm looking over his shoulder.
Okay.
Can I determine if he's been making any mistakes now that he's impaired?
Yeah, you can make an intelligence plus computers.
Kissing contest this whole time.
Intelligence
What's
plus
that?
computers. Difficulty of 7 standard. You're just looking at his code.
One success.
One success. Levi, make a intelligence plus computers difficulty 8 for being drunk. We're gonna up the difficulty by 1.
Okay. But I still reduce it by 2 for computer use, right?
Yes,
Ooh.
yeah. If you have that bonus, yes, you certainly do.
Okay.
So.
Is that a? You did that last time. Is that a
merit.
feat
It's a
or
merit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
merit. That's,
he's got a
It's
merit.
Broke ass merit.
that's pretty sweet, actually.
He can do this even drunk.
I can do it hammered. So I got 4 there, and I got a computer. Okay, these, and then you said it's jacked up to 8. You said.
Yeah, because you're drunk. So it'd have been worse if you'd have failed those stamina checks, probably.
Yeah, I imagine. 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, from what you can see, his coding looks good. Everything seems in good place.
Good. I know that you can do this under any situation. That's
I was
fantastic.
going to do it with okay. So it's the boxes. I was gonna do this with some I need help with my artist block, but you will not unless you will. Will you do that for me?
Not if it's the same way you asked last time.
Damn it, Omar. And then I keep working.
So
And then I just zone in.
he zones in. He finishes off his bottle. So make sure you record your blood points that you've gained. Your 6 blood points worth.
Yeah. I've got him. I'm hammered now. Yay. Is there any way I can? I don't know. can I focus on preparations, on him saying the word preparations, and what could I do to attempt to meditate or focus or unlock anything in my head? Is there any way I
Foil the
can
unplot.
trigger these memories to kick back in instead of waiting for them to trigger?
Okay. You have had 3 episodes now where
Right.
you have had memories reoccur that you suppressed memories, if you will.
Right.
Being a Malkavian, you would probably recognize the pattern that it is at this point taking you to almost deja vu like
Right.
stumble across something that makes you remember.
Okay.
So you could actively go try to seek out more things that would cause you to trigger.
I wanna just start Eve. I pop Eve on the phone. I want to retrace the daily habits and haunts of the former Prince Voltaire.
Okay, make a intelligence plus computers roll, 7 difficulty, which will be lower for you.
Oh God, I botched.
You botch.
God damn it, Eve. God damn it, Eve.
It comes up and it says essentially it's asking for override. Override. Override.
Yes.
Override.
Yes, override. Yes. Do it.
You're trying to get it to override, and it's just stuck in this loop.
Okay, Eve, fine. Eve, status update on Adam.
Tough one.
And then suddenly I'm like interested. I'm like, Omar, look, it's just doing dots. She's so smart. Look at her go.
It tells you
like
that
how it's supposed to work.
it tells you that Adam is being re-downloaded.
Where?
It gives you a location of a server farm.
All right, I start typey working on this. I don't physically get up. And I'm like, I know where, and then I don't finish that sentence, and then I keep typing.
All right. So yeah, you start working on it. It's a server farm that you've used a time or two to stash files in during
Damn
your
it,
hacking
my own
days.
server. Of course, it's my own server farm.
It's not your server farm. It's a server farm that you hacked into where you occasionally dump some files here and there.
That's the chain. I'm the chain.
He's always the chain.
Yeah. I mean, to a degree,
That's
yeah.
it. I start playing Fleetwood Mac's The Chain.
Never break the chain, never break the chain, never break the chain, never break.
And I just loop that one part while I
You don't
work.
have to. That's the whole song. You can loop the song.
I loop that one part of Fleetwood Mac's The Chain while I keep coding.
So he continues coding. Everything's starting to look fine in there. He seems like the work is going along fine, Omar.
Never break, never break.
I take note with my edict memory of what he's doing,
Oh.
so that way, if I ever need to jump in here, I know where he's at.
Okay, so yeah, he looks like he's building the mainframe for the Vineyard to be able to incorporate with Hemoglobal
Vineyard.
to have this whole blood wine industry thing be kind of piggybacked onto how you were already going to set up Hemoglobal. So it's like a like in the menu bar, you can have like Hemoglobul's fresh blood, and then there's like the Vineyard's blood wine as like a product, you know, underneath he's setting it up like, so it's like option A, do you want it straight from a person, or do you want this like high-end
product
able to be spiked with something else, you know, kind of product, you know, which the way that it's being coded in there and everything else, you know, he's putting in there for people with particular taste, or, you know, that things of that nature. Like he's coding, putting in all the stuff that she sent him in the files. Yeah. So they're getting all that set up, you know, just like Mama and Papa used to make, and it's you know, it's all so, you know, all that's in there. Like,
do you like the taste of poverty?
We sell poverty blood wine.
I'm just saying, when you start going
of anxiety,
when you start going down the list, when you go down the list of like flavors, like that's like the legit shit that's in there.
Of course,
it's like
young virgin with daddy issues.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like you're fine. Like it's like
I'm gonna build.
I want a bottle of 77 Schoolgirl. Like there it is. Like it's
77 Schoolgirl. Okay, yeah, then I'm just going to be, like, building this extensive searchable database with keywords and...
Yeah.
Traumatized child with serious amounts of, like, self-doubt and loathing.
And, like, there's, like, the older...
bodega owner.
and you can tell, like, there's, like, the older vintages that, like, my mom and papa had that have, like, the more, like, old-timey names that are, like... more in line with like what they were, and then like
update those names.
And then there's some
driver.
Yeah, then there's like younger ones where it's like the flavors are more like Ben and Jerry ice cream flavors, where they're like punny and like you're like, oh man, it's got a very wide variety for
every instance of the word slave. I replace with servant.
Radical anti-colonizer activist blood.
There we go.
Anti-colonizer activist blood.
Somewhere out there in the streets, Nathan Sanchez is proud of you.
That's right. He is.
While they're busy working away, this is all a whole nother language that you just simply do not understand, Thomas. This is not your thing. The tiny little flip box with the glowy screen, like you prefer your books to be hardbound and actual have pages. This is clearly, you know, him and Omar are over there, like, you know, nose deep into this computer screen, making just with a bottle of blood wine.
And Omar's nose goes deep. It's gross.
It's disgusting.
It's a disgusting nose. And it is about that time that you see a robe-like figure standing in the mirror.
No.
Oh, did my internet just freak out?
I
don't know.
Whose internet freaked out?
Everything
Seems
got
okay to me.
robot-y for a second. I just want to make sure we're still running. Okay, we're still running.
You sound the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything got robot-y on my end. I was just making sure we're good. So yeah, you see this like robe-like figure, and it catches your eye because you recognize these robes that this figure in the mirror is wearing as the ceremonial robes that your cult would have used before you were turned.
Fantastic. So I'll go up to the mirror. And what happens if I take the mirror and move it to a different part of the suite?
Okay, so you pick up the mirror and you move it, and the apparition that you see in it, like, it disappears because like you move it, and then after a few seconds it like walks back into frame.
Excellent. I will take the mirror to my room.
Okay, you pick up the mirror
and close the door.
You take it into your room and hang it up there on a wall and close the door. And it takes it a minute to find where you went. And eventually it shows back up in the mirror.
Sorry, no one else knows that I could see you, and it would look rather suspicious of me to be talking to a mirror.
Especially because you're not, well, you are in it, but you're...
I just assume he sees shit I can't see anyway, so I'll just be like, that's normal. It's fine.
It takes its hand as you see it. Its hand kind of reaches out from its robe, and you can see that both of its wrists have been slit, and its hands are bloodied. And it starts to draw on the backside of the mirror letters.
Fantastic.
It takes it a minute as it starts writing. It says, "This is where he brings us."
I whisper, "Who?"
He writes underneath it, in big bloody fingerprints, the word God.
Oh, dang.
Can you hear Bosco back there? He's angry.
Yep.
He's fine.
Cain or the Lessers?
He writes down there. You see, he starts to spell. And you see, he writes, it's backwards to you. So it takes you a second to kind of, rework what it would look like forwards. You see, he writes the name Voltaire.
Voltaire pulls the strings from beyond the box that locks him.
You see, he just puts a bloody handprint and starts to just wipe through the letters that he's put on the back.
Make a note, figure out a ritual to sit there and send him a blood squeegee. Were you, was Voltaire your direct path to communing with Cain?
You see in the middle of the blood smear a piece of the cloth of his robe erases some of the blood in the middle, and the word run appears.
From second?
You see, down further on the thing, it erases more. It says, "He's coming."
Voltaire?
And the only word that you see underneath it says, Scourge.
Got it. Can you talk through other mirrors?
you see at the bottom where there's a tiny bit of the blood smear left, you see a Y gets drawn. And then right as the E starts to form, you can almost see past the blood smear that something sweeps by quickly. And you get this sort of cold chill that kind of emanates from the mirror. As you can see just briefly as something basically rips the spirit like very quickly from right to left across your field of vision. And all you see is just the fingerprints just slide across the edge of the mirror and it's gone.
All right. I take the mirror, I flip it over so that way it's faced into the wall. And open up my room. I step out. Hey guys, we should probably step out for a little bit.
Is there a problem? Have we been compromised?
I just have a feeling.
Great. I need to
bad
figure out how to
feeling
get an
about staying here
invitation
for a little
anyway.
bit.
You get It's about an hour, 2 hours after you guys have been up. You've been working on this coding and playing with the mirror. And it's about this time that Omar gets a message on his phone from Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
You get... Says, how's progress coming along?
I assume this is text.
Yes, yeah.
Going great. Almost have it secured.
She says, good. Let me know when. We have a big order coming.
Fantastic news.
And then it says,
So now
like,
I got to figure out how to do this.
you just say, make sure you get me that invite.
Will do.
Seconds.
You remember?
Go ahead.
You remember how we heard that the last person we really want to see is the Scourge?
Yeah?
I have a feeling a Scourge is somewhere in our future.
That sounds not so great.
That would be correct. Correct.
So, should we maybe just not be here for a while? Or can we just not be here ever?
I think we should probably hit the road for a little bit.
Okay, that sounds fine with me.
Can you, you're doing this on mobile, aren't you?
Yes, why?
We should hit the van for a little bit. Get out.
Get some fresh air that we don't breathe.
Yeah.
Got it. Then I cover all the windows with all the sheets I can find, as well as I make sure that the door is I make sure everything is soundproofed, and we leave.
All right. You guys do a little tidying up. You get everything ready to
Put
go.
the mirror back where it was.
You put the mirror back where it was. It's not bloody hanging where it is, obviously.
Well, that's good.
Not that the rest of you may have seen it either way, but it's...
So Omar's gonna, as we head out, he's gonna start looking for the iKindred FAQs on FAQs. How this works as far as chain of
The chain of command.
but chain of like the hierarchy of
What's a Scourge?
Importance. How do well. I will check that, but more importantly, he's trying to backtrack and filter through the easiest way or the most direct way for him to try to secure an invitation for Natalia. It's Natalia, right?
Yeah, Natalia.
Yeah.
So, you're doing this through iKindred. So make it a intelligence plus politics roll. Is still going to be what you need. This isn't so much about your use of the computer. It is about your Knowing what you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Let's see if there's anything.
Difficulty 7, standard.
It was our first intelligence politics roll of the entire campaign.
True.
It's true. It's not a great roll, but sorry, what was the difficulty? Oh,
7.
we got 1. We got 2.
2 successes.
We got a blown up 10.
So, through iKindred, there's a few blurbs on Elysiums and kind of the standard protocol for Elysium. Elysium is a place.
Right.
It is. Some people think of the gathering as Elysium. They'll refer to it as that. But the truth is, Elysium is simply a place that all kindred are welcome to. Problem is, there are often gatherings that will take place at Elysiums in particular parts of the building that may not be accessible to everybody. These gatherings are hosted by influential members of the domain. The invite list is determined by whoever it is that's holding Elysium, whoever it is that is holding the gathering at the Elysium. So it's kind of like you rent out the party room at the bar, and while there may be patrons who are welcome to come into the bar, they can't go back to the cool private room unless you're with the party that has rented out the private room for the night. So you'd have to find out who it is that's throwing on
We have to
Elysium.
find the party host.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to start looking for then, or trying to find out who the party host is and see if they have maybe a need for some, I don't know, blood wine for this party. I think it'd make it a fun party. I know where we can get some.
That's how he sounds with his drippy nose. And everybody loves it.
I have a 4
Could I
charisma.
interest you in some vintage 77 schoolgirl
Yes,
with
right.
Face of a
subtle
drippy
feelings
goblin.
of self-doubt and quiet curiosity?
We have to ask yourself, is a bottle of 77 Schoolgirl still considered a young girl for those who have feeding device 20, 30 years later? Is it still? I mean, is it? It's a 43-year-old bottle of wine. Is it 43 or is it 7? I'm just you gotta ask yourself these questions.
I would default to Giovanni preservation techniques.
Yes.
That's I think the hit you're looking for.
No. You have to ask the Ventru. The Ventru would know.
He'll know.
That's right.
The Ventru would know.
That's a blood snob.
Nah.
Oh yeah, before I go, I take a lick on Second's blood that was left on the statue
Oh, yeah, okay.
to check some qualities.
Whose blood was it that was on this? Oh, second?
Yeah, remember Second?
That's
I
right.
had to
Myself,
smash
the
my head
statue.
with a statue.
There's
Didn't
gonna be
go well.
plenty of blood on it.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
messy.
so this is thaumaturgy
messy.
you're talking then.
Yep.
Trying to remember off the top of my head without looking up. Is there a roll for that, I believe? Or is that just a
I
taste
believe
that
there
does
is.
the job? I'm trying to remember because it's different editions, I think. Do it
Yeah,
differently.
it's. Hang on.
I want to say I feel like there's a check involved there. So I forgot to pull up my PDF. All the things I pulled up for this game, I forgot the PDF of the rules. Who needs those? I just make it up as I go anyway, right?
Yeah.
I suppose I should do that while I'm sitting here.
Willpower roll
It is-
against.
Taste of blood.
Well, I was curious if it's going to involve
Yeah,
second
system.
stats. That's what I was curious.
Doesn't
of.
look like it
Number
does.
of successes achieved on the roll determines how much information thaumaturgs gleans and how accurate it is.
Okay. So go
So
ahead.
it looks like it says spends a blood point and makes a willpower roll against difficulty of the powers level +3.
Okay, so powers levels +3 is the difficulty.
So 4 or better.
4 or better. And you're making a willpower roll.
You can do it.
Yep, that's 9 dice.
Whew. Okay. I will let you field a question for each success.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just as an arbitrary way of me determining how much information to give you. I'll answer as best I can 9 questions, up to 9 questions if you get that many successes.
1,000,000 successes. I ask every question.
Never break the tree. Never break the tree. Never.
I mean, with exploding 10s, 9 is not the cap here. It could be higher than 9. Like, it could be 15.
It's true.
Like,
Don't worry, I only get 6 questions.
only 6. 6
Only
questions.
6.
So you get a little bit of the blood off of the statue that he used to try to bash his skull in, his own skull.
He gets a little bit of the lotta bit that's on there.
And you take a small taste of it, and in no particular order, fire off questions you'd like to know.
Generation.
Second happens to be 8th gen.
Okay.
You can write that down,
right.
Levi.
Say what now?
That's what I thought. Woo, doggy.
Yep.
Turns out I
All
wasn't
right.
hungry for blood.
No, it turns out he's more
What I'm doing
hungry.
to
He
help
didn't
me
know.
keep
That
track.
6 ain't
Yeah,
topping
you're
him off
right,
like he
right,
thought
right.
it was. It's
Yeah.
Got some in
Yeah.
reserve.
That's why I, I'm just pulling the success pool that is set aside. I'm using it.
Comes with hitches.
I'm using it a little bit like, oh god, why did it escape me? Frickin' something. The Chinese counting thing. Why can't I think of it?
Abacus.
Abacus.
Yeah, I'm using it like a little bit like an abacus. So next question. Let's see.
I mean, I know next.
What
question
is
I'd
his
ask.
actual age?
His actual age?
Yep.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember how second would have been. Are you looking for his age at the time of embrace, or how long ago he was embraced?
Yep. How long ago he was embraced?
You're getting that he is roughly been a kindred for maybe close to a decade.
All right.
Okay. About a decade. Shit, that doesn't.
Amazing what you
Doesn't
can
mean you
learn with a
remember
little
any
taste
of
of
it.
blood.
That's 2 down. You got 4 more.
All right. Let's see. What else can I learn from blood?
Everything.
Oh yeah. What's his actual blood pool?
His actual blood pool?
Yep.
Like the max, or what he currently has?
Um.
Because 8th gen
I
would
would-
make him a 15 blood pool max.
Right.
I mean, we know that because that's how gen works. So
Yeah. But this is stuff that Thomas wouldn't necessarily know.
yeah, okay, no, that's
so
fine.
it's one of those where it's kind of a sacrificial question.
yeah,
But I'm reading this,
his
so
potency
just tell
would-
me his current blood pool. So whatever it is at the moment. So is he actually
Oh.
at 10 or 15?
I don't know what he's at the moment.
7.
7 out of he's
A billion.
15.
15 apparently. Now, of course, you understand this well enough to know that's a matter of potency more than it is volume.
Right. Next thing is going to be.
He likes froyo.
I like to think of Kindred Vitae as the same as alcohol. Is like there's beer and then there's like shots. Like that little bit of shot has the same alcohol content as an entire beer. Like it's
Here's a
that's
good
how I
one.
think of it.
Has he recently committed amaranth?
Oh, any diablerie?
Yeah.
Good thing to know.
No.
Do we get full willpower back each game, or are we still low?
You get willpower back whenever you fulfill your nature demeanor.
Okay.
You can argue this with me at any time if you want a willpower point back. I have
Okay.
to get in there and look at it to see what you have.
All right. And basically, I will take the other 2 successes and just ensure that's as accurate as it can be on the questions I asked. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. No. Those are accurate.
It's not saying much else that I'd be able to pull off.
I will give you.
I don't think I would.
I will give you as bonus for the other 2. One of them, he is in fact Malkavian.
Okay.
I really thought that was going to be your second question. Is he really Malkavian? Yes, he is. he's
paranoia really sold it for
me. No, he is Malkavian. Yes, that's true.
The wanting knives thrown through his head.
It would have worked. You're not helping, and I would have survived. We got hit by a truck. What's wrong with you?
It's just going down the list of things that I could learn from just the taste. I mean, that taste is pretty powerful for a level 1 pip.
It is, but the hard part's usually getting another kindred's blood. That's usually they usually don't just give it.
Yeah.
Captain Kyrian put in 100.
Guess who's here?
Are you summoning Taper or are you summoning a ghost? You get a choice these days, and if it's a ghost, it's like the ghost with sprinkles. You get to tell me what the ghost is.
It's the ghost of Christmas past from A Christmas Carol.
It's Captain Kyrian, so it'll probably be like a friendly ghost.
Did my old request for Taper ever happen?
Oh, hold on. That's in my inbox. I forgot about that. Yes, that needs to happen. Thank you for reminding me. Let me get back to looking at that again. Hold on.
What's about to happen?
Hold on. He
I don't
sent
know,
this to me.
Wait a second.
but
The best part
all
is
over
what
the
happens
screen.
to the overlay during this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's true. We can't pull Discord up in front of faces. That's not cool.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's
it gives me a
fine.
chance to pick my nose.
Where the heck did I put that? He sent it to me, and now I have to find it again.
Welcome to TT2KB, where the
Now we got-
professionals are
Here it
always
is.
streaming.
Hold on, I found it.
That's
got
all we know
Dustin
how to
digging
do is
through
be
all of his
professional.
Oh, it's about to happen. Hold on, it's about to happen.
It's a novella
Okay.
he's reading right now.
Got it. Okay, that's right. No problem.
As it should be.
Just as it should be. Yes. Thank you, Captain Carey, for reminding me that. It actually has not had a chance to come up until maybe in just a minute. So
Double-sided taper. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
like-
actually true. There's two of them.
Carpet taper.
so
It's like a cassette taper where there's 2 sides.
Gorilla taper.
I'm even going to honor your new 100 as well. So I'll add my own sprinkles to that one.
Really, the original is electrical taper.
Electrical taper.
Electrical
You wanna go
tape.
deep
That's
cut?
true. Just
That's amazing.
X,
So
X.
you gain all of that, and
Electrical taper.
I was trying to think if there's anything else I can give you that for your last question without you having something in mind that you want to ask.
You know, there could
Just
be
give
one
him
more
free
question.
nuggets. It's always
Okay.
If
fun.
you decide. How about if Taper's actually his sire?
Yes.
Okay.
Taper is his sire. And
and
as
his offspring.
and as a bonus, also his childer. Depending on which Taper you're talking about.
Not the Omega.
I mean, that seems like something that'd be logical to get from blood, right? Like,
No. It's,
If you've met the sire, you can tell. Okay, that was the
I'll let you
daddy.
have that. No, Taper is his sire. So that's your last question. You figure all this out as you're riding the elevator down from the penthouse. And you guys get into the van. At this point, are you driving somewhere second?
I am sitting at the wheel waiting for orders while I continue to work on the Eve connection to my mainframe inside the apartment, and I'm continue to code through her. So I'm still working while I'm waiting on an order of where to go. And then I stop and I duct tape the bumper back on a little bit more and rearrange the van so it looks a little bit less shitty. And Then I'm gonna put out another one of the.
Another one.
Yeah, I put out another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Right.
As you're out there taping on the bumper,
Hold on. I gotta put up my magnet, and my magnet says "Ironic Auto." We can fix ours and yours.
as you're there getting the van ready to go, kind of peeling around the corner, like down the block, heading your direction, is a large black hearse. It comes just roaring around the corner and comes rolling down the street like it's being chased.
Smoking. Sipping on gin.
And as it comes by and you look at it, you see Taper hanging out the window, driving with one hand, hanging out the window, and he has to look over the vehicle to see you. And he's got a severed hand that he's waving at you with.
Is this Taper the Elder or Taper the Younger?
It goes by so quickly you're not positive.
Damn it.
And in the back, as it roars down the street, Thomas Weller can see the ghost pounding on the back window.
Oh, God.
And it types, or what does type it? It writes on the back window, "Run."
Let's go to the Giovanni.
We were just.
Wait, what?
Go.
What are
We're,
we
we're
talking
going
about?
to the vineyard.
Yes. Of course.
Great.
Yep. I think
And
it'd
then
be best to work from on site.
I hand my phone over to Omar and just see if you like it. Like, just look at it from the user side. Are we happy?
He
Are we
hands
happy?
you the phone and it rings.
I answer it. Hey.
Is this Omar?
Yeah? Who am I speaking with?
Who are you speaking with?
It's Sheriff Vanderbeek.
Hi, Sheriff. Nice to talk to you.
Why does the sheriff have my phone number? Ask him why he has my phone number.
What can I help you with?
Why do you have my phone number?
Don't mind him.
What did he
What
say?
can I help you with?
Been a couple of nights since I saw you guys. Was wondering how the investigation was going into my missing deputy.
Omar, I didn't give him my number, and I'm saying that way too loud. How does he have my number, Omar?
I don't know. It's probably because he's the sheriff and he knows all our numbers.
No. That's some cryptic nonsense. Everybody always says that. Somebody gave him the number. Did you give
Anyway.
him my number?
We are looking into it. We've got a few leads, but nothing concrete right now. We feel like it was done by a group and not just an individual, though.
You think it was done by a group?
It seems that way.
We are but mere hours away from Elysium. From the gathering. I have a report I have to file with the Seneschal.
Well, I'll get you the best story I can with all the information we've got.
We need an invite from him.
That's a good point. So I can probably get you the best we have in an hour or two. Also, I was looking to we're going to go to Elysium, and he's totally botching this because he has no idea how to ask for this, by the way. He's like, I'm looking to get into one of those special gathering parties, and wanted to see if I could bring a friend, and maybe we could bring gifts as part of that.
Manipulation politics.
Yes! Oh my gosh. Manipulation. Good thing I'm good at manipulation. Damn. Because I'm not good.
Wow. Well, okay.
What's my difficulty?
7 standard. It's just a roll off versus me, so I'm not going to increase the difficulty.
I have 3 successes.
You win.
Yeah! Because I'm charming. In a manipulative way.
Listen, I can get you invites for you and the rest of your coterie. But to do that,
What is he saying?
I'm going to have to guarantee to the Seneschal that you bring me those responsible for the disappearance of my deputy.
Okay. When would you like us to bring them? By.
Before Elysium.
And when was that again?
I'll have your invites waiting for you.
Great. When was Elysium again?
The gathering begins at roughly 11 p.m. the next night.
Okay, so the next night.
It's the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, we're not sure about the danger and lethality of this other group yet.
Yes, Kyrian. Yes.
No, don't. So, is this a bring you information, or is this a bring the guilty party dead or alive? What's the protocol here, Sheriff?
The deputy has not returned. This is unusual for him.
Hey, Lich, we're not ignoring bits.
Well, we're not
ignoring
ignoring the bits. We are very thankful for your 25
very
bits.
thankful.
What I was waiting for was to see if this is the gradual climb to 100.
Yeah,
To bring Taper in. We've seen this before where Lich starts rolling in slow with his ante, and then he he has to wait for the river to come in with enough to bring a Taper or a Ghost in here. So we were waiting to
the
see
edging hour strikes again is what we're trying to figure out.
That's right. I was doing math to wait and see if there was a build up or not. So, but no, Captain Kyria, they are very much responsible for the death of the deputy.
For sure. Yeah. So, dead or alive? Do you just want the information?
Wait. Oh my God!
Oh shit!
No. It's not gonna haunt the party. He's just gonna haunt.
It can't haunt the whole party. The only one who can see it's the medium, who is Thomas Weller.
No, it's great. I've got a Thomas Weller original fix for this. I'm sure you guys will love it.
He's just gonna gouge his own eyes out.
Nope. Even better. Not for the activation
Thomas,
of the spirit.
Thomas?
No. I've got it. Basically, is Nathan gone? We're assuming.
Oh,
He's talking to a bunch of millennials at a bank.
he was earlier in the day because
a rally about a bank.
they rallied during the day, so he had to go hang out in the day with them.
He's trying to emotionally manipulate millennials.
Not a bad plan.
It's not a bad plan, but the question is,
I don't know how well you can see. Hold on, I gotta move.
this is a little metagamey, but we could always throw Thomas under the bus because he was the one who had the knife that took the head. Not Thomas, but
Nathan. You guys are gonna sell out your own coterie mate? I dig it. Jeff's in the chat. I'm sure he'll approve.
No, I mean.
He knew this was going to happen. The best part is you have to ask yourself whether this was going to happen because Jeff's work schedules are not allowing him to play anymore, or if they were just going to do this to him anyway.
He just threw 99.
Now he's at 124.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Lich, what are we
Ghost
doing?
or Taper? Ghost or Taper?
Now, I already have one ghost I have to honor here now. Because
it's a deputy ghost.
It's a pretty good ghost. That's a pretty good ghost. So, sorry, did the sheriff ever answer me on the severity of what we can do?
The severity of... What was the question?
So, basically, I asked if he just wants the info on who it was. Are we supposed to capture dead or alive? Like, what is he looking for from us? Or does he not
if you remember, the amount of information you were able to provide him would determine the amount of boon he owed you. You
Fair.
guys were pulling this off the boon board to clear your debts.
That's right.
And he said, a little info, trivial, you bring back a person, you're talking major boon area being owed by the sheriff of the domain would be...
Is he still on the phone?
Yeah, he's still on the phone with him.
Yeah, he's still in there. Yeah, we should have something definitive in plenty of time to make a report before Elysium. No problem, boss.
We're closing up interviews from witnesses who are around a bar where he was last seen.
I'll expect to see you 1 hour before Elysium. I'll have your invites.
Fantastic.
Bring me concrete information, or you can kiss this party goodbye.
Not a problem. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so we swing by and we pick up Nathan.
I assume he's all done. Did he hang up on me?
Yep.
I
really
make sure I don't
think we
say
need to
anything
sell out
incriminating
Nathan,
before he's
It's
off
hung
the
up.
phone.
Yeah, no, it's hung
Okay.
up.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, that would be terrible. And that's also very Death Clock too, right? On
The Nathan explosion.
what Jeff brought up. Yep.
That's true. Very Nathan
Yep.
explosion. So,
Thomas?
And it also taper.
Taper. Okay, so Thomas, you're sitting there in the back seat, and as all this is going on, and you happen to glance up, you catch the rear view mirror of the van, and that is when you realize in the seat sitting next to you is the ghost of the Deputy Gangrel. He's kind of leaned back over there on the side. He kind of leans over your direction, and for maybe the first time you've heard one actually speak to you, and all you hear is his kind of growly, gangrel, rough, kind of hick voice just saying in your ear, he goes, "You're fucked now, friend." And his body's scorched. He's...
So,
I kind of whisper at him, "Did you know that you were punked by several hour-old vampires? I mean, that's kind of embarrassing. That's low tier."
You're talking to nothing.
us? Well, who's coming after us, Tom?
They can, Chris Derps, but it's very rare.
Okay, guys.
Thomas, who's punking us?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Since you helped readjust me a little bit, I've just been having some recurring instances that used to have happened during
I
childhood.
believe you fully. Okay, so I have an idea, and it's going to work. So let's just get things ready to go, and if we can find somebody that we don't mind placing the blame upon, fine. But if all else fails, I have a plan.
Yep.
Okay. Well, either way, we definitely have to get some information, because I definitely need an invitation. What's the plan? Who's the fall? Are we gonna bring back bodies?
No.
Or-
Here's the plan, okay? If I just tell the sheriff it was me, but I don't remember doing it because it was me, but it wasn't me, it was a past me, and then I can be like, but
I'm gonna stop
I was
you right there.
probably
Awful
working
plan.
under
Terrible
orders
plan.
of the former prince who would put in a box that I know where it is somewhere, so I'm only partially responsible for this whole thing, and really it's Adam's fault if we can find Adam.
I feel like that's still gonna get you murdered. So, not a great plan.
No, I'm too valuable.
I'm not sure that you are, but I know that you think you are. And
Exactly.
unfortunately, that doesn't always count.
There might be a weird catch-22 with all this, guys. That's
Okay,
all I'll
I'm
say
ready.
right now.
What's with all the dark secrets? I really need to know the answers here. I'm the face of this department right now.
First, we need to get to the Giovanni,
Great. Good
Great.
start.
wrap that code up.
Giovanni. Giovanni.
Omar, are you riding shotgun?
Probably, yeah.
God damn it.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah,
So
he's just
Thomas is in the back seat with the
talking
ghost
to
of the
people.
dead deputy,
Yep.
and he's looking to his left, talking to this guy, and in the midst of this, suddenly realizes there's somebody to his right, and casually looking over your shoulder at the empty seat is one of the tapers.
Giovanni.
Oh!
Giovanni.
Wait, you're saying I saw that?
Giovanni.
Because I can Oh, okay.
Well, you can see it too. I mean, you can all see taper. You just all can't
Now-
see.
I turn to Taper and just say, "So, are you the Taper that's mad at me, or are you
I pull over. Where's the car?
or are you Second's father?"
And whose hand was that?
You're getting closer now, aren't you?
Do you know?
What?
Or do you suspect? Which one are you? What's my coffee taste like?
Who cares about your coffee?
God damn it! And then I grab him.
Aren't you driving?
I pulled over.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I let go of the wheel and I grab him.
Okay.
I reach over. I grab the wheel.
Make a Dex plus drive roll for Omar.
Do I also have to make it? Okay, I was gonna say.
No, that's
am
for
I supposed to do
Omar.
it?
That's for
Okay.
Omar. He has to make a either strength or Dex plus brawl to grapple Taper. And I'm gonna have to
Dex?
roll.
Oh man, I'm rolling like awesome. 7 standard, right?
Yes, 7 is standard.
2 successes.
3 successes.
Okay, so you reach over, grab the wheel. You're able with your successes to keep this thing moving straight forward. Second reaches over the back seat and gets hold of Taper's trench coat.
After I've got the trench coat before the next combat action, because that's what this is.
Okay. All right. Then. I was just curious where you're going with this.
After I've got the coat, I'm like, I got your soul now.
I don't know, Taper. How about
Thomas, are you going to do anything in this round of combat since they're taking an action real quick before we move to an actual initiative roster?
I'll just turn to I'll just continue talking to Taper. So, tell me about somewhere around 2010, 2011ish. Kind of a significant date here for someone, isn't it?
I'm gonna chew his neck out.
You're going to try to bite him?
I've had fucking enough.
Okay. All right. So Thomas visit. Let's go to initiatives.
I want to
boy.
wait for Thomas to
Wait.
say his cool thing, and then I'm gonna bite his neck out.
So
Because
that's
Thomas is nice and should be respected.
I don't remember
No,
how
it's
to roll
okay.
initiative.
I believe it's a D10 plus your Dex and Wits.
That sounds right. 7.
I rolled a 10.
Same here.
Bitch is getting his neck
I
bit.
did not.
Yeah. Well, I believe the 10 explodes, so you get to re-roll it and add in the new new
fuck!
total. So
It's a 9.
Oh man.
you're probably going first then.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I'm burning the willpower on this bullshit.
So
He's gonna burn a willpower also.
Yep. No, not for the initiative. But
Yeah,
for
no,
my
but
first
for
bite.
the so you're going
What do I roll
first.
for bite? Is it?
It is.
If it's strength, then I'm gonna fucking this is gonna suck.
You've already got him in a grapple, so this is gonna be it's strength plus brawl. DC 6.
I'd go on a 21 if we're totaling it all up.
Strength
Yeah, you'll
plus
go.
brawl.
You're gonna go second.
Fuck. Okay, strength plus brawl. I'm gonna roll my 1 die.
I was gonna say 1 die.
But you spend a
My
willpower,
one
so you
die.
got 1 success.
Uh-huh. It's a 1. Fuck this game. Fuck this game.
So you try to dive over into the back to latch onto him, and you find yourself kind of wedged between him and Thomas, and the drive roll is going to get significantly harder now for Omar to keep this thing moving.
Yeah.
Can I burn blood right now as part of the turn or no?
You could. If you wanted to increase
Okay.
your strength pool before you tried to roll, you can
Yeah,
get a
but
1 for
I
1.
already rolled shit and it was awesome, so we're gonna leave that. But then,
Okay.
in retrospect, as I just found out I'm 8th, I'll push the blood burn and I'll burn 3, so I give myself 3 temp strength.
Okay. We'll move to Thomas. He's next in initiative. So Thomas second comes flying back there and attempts to bite Taper. He's
Come on,
his
Paper.
feet.
Why don't you tell him the good news? About how long he's been around.
Are you
Let
just
him know
trying
he's
to,
not a spring chicken.
So it's. If you have any other combat actions? You're gonna take anything? You're just doing a free social.
I'm gonna keep
No,
going. You gotta
no,
let me know
Okay,
it's go time.
just checking. All right,
I'm
so
froggy and I'm jumping.
so Taper's gonna have to do something with second. Well, your initiative was a 5, Omar, correct?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Not
got me
good.
beat. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's got me beat.
So Taper is going to use his strength plus brawl.
Of course I rolled a 1.
And he's going to take Second's momentum of jumping at him. And you see he, with celerity type action, grabs the sliding door, pulls it open, grabs hold of him, and they both just flail outside of the moving van onto the ground.
Party! Let's do this!
For 5 bashing damage to both of you.
5 bashing damage.
You and him both embraced in each other's arms, tumbling down the road.
Embrace is a very loaded term in
It
this
is a
game.
very loaded term in this game, but it is.
Is bashing straight up or halved? I don't remember.
I think it's halved.
It's halved.
You have to go through it twice.
It's not halved. It heals twice as quickly, I believe. It's a 2-for-1 expenditure.
Okay.
But don't you fill up? You fill up bashing, and then you
And then
go
it
back to
becomes
the top,
lethal.
and then it becomes
Yep.
lethal.
It becomes lethal. Yeah. So it's not. You don't take 5 and make it 3 though. It's still 5. It's just not.
Right.
Yeah.
Captain's made more ghosts.
Okay. We'll get to that in a second. Omar,
Yes.
as he was jumping into the back, he used the crossbar of the steering wheel to try to push off of, and the wheel starts to yank from you. So we're going to need a.
I have potence.
Okay, we're gonna.
I
It's a
do
strength.
not allow it to yank from me.
Strength plus drive. Strength plus drive. Difficulty 7.
Strength plus drive. Okay, that's a weird one. I like that. Strength, drive. Sorry, and it was difficulty what?
It's 7.
7. Regular. I have 2 successes plus potence.
How much potence do you have?
1.
1. Okay, so it's 1 automatic success plus the 2.
Right.
It's okay. Yep, you are. You're able to hold it. He pushes off, but you've got this thing under control. You can't. It's starting to slow down because you're not hitting the brake or the
Right.
accelerator, so you're just kind of steering it and pulling off. But then, like, the door opens and they fly out the side.
Just what we need.
It
I
is.
love that this game's just random chaos.
It sometimes turns into, usually whenever somebody summons Taper. Some ghost looks from the recently vacant. Oh, okay. So wait,
It's Ghost Springer.
as Thomas turns and sees Second and Taper kind of flying out of the sliding door, he reaches over just sort of instinctively and just slams the door back shut. And then that's when he notices that, like, in the back behind him, like looking out the back of the van through the tiny little windows, is another apparition's back there, and it's got a bucket of what looks like popcorn, and it's munching on, looking out the back.
Just taking it all in. Right on. Who's next on the initiative? Is it to me yet?
It is to you.
No, is it? Okay, I'm all the way at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to actually slide over into the now empty driver's seat.
You can do that with your successes on your drive roll.
And I'm going to... it's probably a bad idea, but it'll be fun. We're going to slam on the brake, and we're going to 180 this baby.
Okay. So that'll be Dex plus Drive. This is going to be... it was starting to slow down, so we're going to make this difficulty 7. It won't be higher than 7.
Okay.
Handbrake turn.
Handbrake turn. How fast were we going?
You guys were just in town because you're going to the vineyard, so you weren't.
Okay, so
you weren't like
40-ish.
Yeah, you weren't like at high speeds. Where it'd be a much higher difficulty.
So he's not way behind us.
No.
Okay.
6 seconds. You're barely half a block away from him at this point.
Got it. Like, okay. I wasn't sure. If we were like,
it would have been a lot more if this was
75.
interstate. Like, it would have been like much more damage if it would have been like.
Oh, well, there's a clarification on the ghost.
Middle-aged housewife and a moo-moo and curlers. I love it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes.
All right. I had
Fran.
0 successes to pull off this maneuver.
Yes!
You didn't botch, did you?
I didn't botch, but I did not succeed. That's for sure.
I wanted you to wreck the van.
Okay, so you, the van had taken some damage.
The van is only damaged at this point. Like, the
Like,
van's fucked.
It does not handle like you would expect
It's
it
more
to.
duct tape than van almost. We're getting there.
I'm going to need a subsequent wits plus drive roll
Okay.
at difficulty 8.
Wits plus drive, difficulty 8. Am I allowed to know what this roll is for?
Yeah.
A dark
You
secret.
were expecting the van to sort of handle one direction, and when you went to do this maneuver, it kind of is not going the direction you expected it to.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
this
it
is
was going one direction. It's going to pull a Zane and leave, and then there'll be one less one direction.
Come on.
oh.
You're breaking my heart.
So this is to
Put a
prevent
Zane.
this is to prevent hitting something else.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So, consequences are somewhat dire. So we're going to spend a willpower.
Okay.
Can I click that? Oh, not 2 willpower. 1 willpower. There we go. All right, so we spend a willpower. Wits drive.
Yes.
I have 1 success plus the willpower. So
Okay, so you're able to get this thing whipped around and you realize it's not turning the way you expect, and you were about to like T-bone a parked car.
Fantastic.
You're able to slam on the brakes to bring the van to a halt before you hit the parked car.
Okay.
But you're not turned to where you're going to be able to do anything next round, minus probably remaneuver the van unless you
3-point turnabout. That's what my
You went from a U-turn to basically a 3-point turnabout at this point because the van's just you're positive that it would have worked
this way to begin with.
if there hadn't been so much damage to the van to begin with. But
It's definitely the van's fault. for
definitely
sure.
the van's fault.
Definitely the van's fault.
Back to up the order. It's second, you are tumbling down the road, grappled with Taper.
I immediately burn another 2 blood to heal up my health levels from bruised.
Okay.
So that heals. Does that heal 2 health levels or 4 health levels?
4.
Okay, sweet. Then I am going to bite him.
It's the hearse.
Oh no!
I don't need him now. Go away.
You don't get to choose.
Okay, what's my difficulty?
Your difficulty is... Oh, sorry, what's your action?
Biting.
Oh, you're still going for the bite? Okay.
Yeah.
It's strength plus brawl.
Yeah.
Your difficulty will be a 7, because you're
7.
already
So
grappled with him. He's grappled with you. You just have to bite him.
I got 3 successes.
Okay.
So it
You-
says strength plus
strength-
1 in damage.
Strength plus 1 is the damage that you will inflict minus
Do I
what
get
he
the
soaks.
extra? Do I get the extra damage for the extra successes to hit?
Paper
Or
card.
is that a thing?
No, not for brawl.
Okay.
It's true for melee weapons. It's true for firearms. It's not true for brawl.
Okay. Oh god. Here we go. Come on, aggro damage. I got 2 successes.
Okay. Well, Malkavians don't get fortitude.
No, we don't.
So you apply a bite to him. Are you attempting to drink?
I'm attempting to put him down.
Make
And
a
then
self-control.
Well, this isn't going to work out well. Okay.
Because you're half full or less now. You've spent blood.
Is the difficulty of that self-control 7?
Yeah.
That's a fail. I got a 9 and a 1.
You didn't intend to.
No, but here we go.
Oh, but here it comes.
But
Here we
you
go.
bite down on Taper's neck.
I'm a hungry
And that
hippo.
first taste feels good.
Yeah, it does. All right, I guess we're doing this now. So I gotta look up this. Hey guys, it's my first time doing this.
I gotta look this up. It's been a while since
I've
I've
never
ran one of
committed
these.
diablerie.
Good thing he checked you for diablerie 10
It's a good
minutes
thing he
ago.
checked. 10
Good thing he
minutes
checked
ago.
earlier in the night, right?
Now, what I find interesting is that he said that you had not committed diablerie, at least not recently, but you were 8th gen, so that says a lot about Taper.
Uh-huh. Now remember, I haven't shared that info with the class.
I know.
Yeah.
I
It's
just,
like,
out of character, I'm like, Taper's from, like, the 1200s, if not earlier.
Now. Don't
He's
don't
from
confuse,
Babylonia.
Don't confuse age and generation. There's more than one
Yeah,
way
I
to get
know, I
there.
know. That's true.
You could
That's
have been
true.
embraced yesterday by a 7th gen and you're 8th gen. And you were
That's
embraced
true.
yesterday, so...
But that would mean Taper was embraced by a 6th gen. And I think 6th gen,
Oh, fuck.
6th
My
gen's
brain
like
just hurt.
important, right? Like, they're-
Uh,
what was it? Was it 3rd gen? Was the actual like
3rd gen or the
Third gen is the
Yeah, the
founders.
antediluvians.
They're
I was
the
gonna say.
antediluvians.
we gotta stop talking. Like now that I've started this sucker, that it's gonna play out the way I want it to. Because this is not gonna play out the way I want it to.
I was trying to find the rules for Diablo. I was not anticipating Diablerie tonight. I had not looked that rule up in this edition.
Honestly,
You mentioned it before
Diablerie.
game even
I
started.
believe it's strength, actually, for...
Diablerie talks about it as if after I've gotten all the blood out. So we just need to look up drinking.
So you got to
rules.
drain him first.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
draining
once
rules.
he's put under the kiss, I don't think there's much he can do to break out of it. I think it's a willpower roll, if I remember correctly, to break out of it. And I believe that you do your strength as is the amount of blood
As
you
blood
can draw.
drained?
Yeah, per. Yes, I believe that is how
Okay.
that works until it's gone, and then you have
So-
to.
So am I rolling my strength again to get the amount of like blood out, or am I just getting
Yeah.
that strength?
You have to roll.
Uh,
it. I'm pretty sure you have to roll it.
Yes,
Because
33.
potence is automatic. successes on that. So it's people who have high potence can
just
if I
straight up
remember
murder.
correctly, they suck blood very quickly. I was trying to see if I can find the rule for it on here. It's in one of those weird system areas where humanity, willpower,
It's time for us to look through our books.
blood pool.
Looking
Here
at
we go.
books,
Earning
books,
blood.
books.
There's the blood chart.
I'm proud to make you happy, Pan.
Diablerie.
Hell.
No big deal.
You
I'm
pushed me
getting
too
close.
far, Pan.
I can feel it. I'm getting close. Oh no, we're in the disciplines. That's not
He's
what we
taunting
want.
me, and he's taunting me, and he's taunting me, and that was bad enough. And now he's also lying to me. I'm with my own memories.
Oh man, all the things I didn't think I needed to look up for tonight. Diablerie was one of them.
Diablerie is on page 224.
Doesn't
Two.
help that much though.
224. I wish this PDF was a little more indexed, but hey, you know what? It's from the times of before that was really a thing.
It was the times that you were just excited that it was in the computer.
That's right.
Oh, Debbie Snacks. Tier
Hey.
2 subscribed.
Debbie Snacks
11
is
months.
kind. Look at that.
Here we go. Diablerie. Committing Diablerie. There we are. Has drained all we got. Okay, it's an extended strength roll, difficulty 9. Each inflicts 1 automatic health level on the victim. So yeah, you
Dang.
can.
But that says after all the blood's out, so I gotta get the blood out first.
Right. I want to say then. No, that's got to be right because you can spend 3 a turn as an 8th gen, 3 blood per turn.
Yes, I
But that
can.
doesn't determine how much you can drink per turn.
Right.
So I'm going to say that we'll just go with strength as a
Just straight strength?
yeah,
Okay.
just a rolled strength to see how quickly you can drain him.
Okay.
I was looking to see if there's a rule for him getting out of it. Is what
I'm
I was
gonna
trying to
Remember,
read.
kids,
Oh.
it's not Diablerie until you get to this black soul center.
That's right.
Right.
How many looks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? The world may never
3.
know.
Okay. Okay. Shit. I spent a willpower. Thank fuck. I get 1 success, so I get 1 of his bloods.
Okay. So you've got him on the ground. You finally stop tumbling. And you just latch onto his neck. And
Ooh, second, pleasure or pain? Because you can choose that, right?
yeah.
He's choosing pain. You know he is.
Hey, I don't want him to enjoy this.
Okay. So yeah, you latch down and you start drinking, and I mean, the only other person there to possibly stop you is the other taper that's now mere inches away from Omar.
The other taper. Do I'm probably too insane.
You're
to even see
you're not
him right
noticing
now.
this.
I'm not.
But
yeah.
Omar brings the van to a halt, and he looks up, and he sees that the vehicle that he almost hit is now the parked hearse. And you see the other taper sitting up on top of it, still with the severed hand.
Waving it.
And he's kind of sucking on it like it's like a juice bag.
It's gross.
So gross.
I'm going to go over and look at the blood pools and try and figure out which one is from Taper there instead of Levi. And I'm going to go
Take a
take a
taste.
little taste.
Okay. Are you going to try the same thing with
Yep.
the elder taper?
Yep.
They call him Detective Blood.
All right. So make the same roll.
It's hot out there for a private dick, but this one's got knows what's in the blood.
What difficulty are we?
He came walking into my
The difficulty
van with just a leather
is
coat and
4
some
because
tape.
it's your
4 still?
level
Oh,
plus
yeah.
3. It's not
knew
set
it
by
was
your
yeah.
opponent.
good.
It's
Nibbled. Gets me every time.
I knew he's up to no good, so I let my companion show him
God.
the door.
I got
Very
8 successes and a 10.
You got 8 successes and a 10, so reroll a 10.
Yep. And we are at 8 successes.
Okay. So, what kind of things would you like to know about Taper at this point? The owner Taper.
Let's see.
Oh, the
Generation.
He
You know,
is-
whatever. Basically, everything I found out about Levi, or second,
He's,
plus because I do have a couple more.
he is Malkavian.
Yep.
Taper is roughly 30 some years embraced. Denoted by his clearly 90s edgelord attire.
Right.
Accurate.
You trying to think of what else you asked about Levi. But Levi, you want to
Gen.
know if Taper was he's one gen better than Levi. He's 7th.
All right.
He is Malkavian. He Taper is not his sire, obviously. That was a question you had asked about Levi, so
Right.
you don't know his sire.
Who is
To
his
ask that
daddy
question.
and what does he do?
That's fine.
So do you have other things you'd like to know about Taper at this point?
Let's see. Did Taper recently commit diablerie?
That's an interesting question.
Isn't it?
That's a yes, is what that means. That is a yes.
He has committed diablerie before. Hence to how his gen got to where it is. Recently
All
is
right.
kind of a tricky word, because that's... Recently for a vampire, yes. Recently for you guys, no. Like, not in the last, few years or anything. Like, it was all long before he would have sired second. But he still carries the black veins, because I don't think that ever goes away, so...
It does fade after a while.
Does it? Okay. Well, I didn't think that I thought you always kind of had them to a degree, but...
No, I think it's... I think at least 6 months, if not a year. And
As a
day,
member
you know,
of the Sabbat, the answer is yes. He's committed diablerie in the past. In case you forgot, he was Sabbat.
Oh, taper.
Was there any other things you want to know about Taper at this point?
All the things.
You still got like 5 more questions, I think.
I know. It's like,
He
damn
was
it.
just a dumb little sketch I made to help promote this game for Ogle, and now he's pissed, and I swear to God I'm gonna fucking murder him.
I'll walk
Hey guys,
on
look
over
at the
there
sucker I
to
made today.
Taper.
I got bored, man.
Taper, circa 1990, 91-ish. Kind of what it tastes like. Special date for you there, Taper? Oh yeah, you're a little busy right now.
To say the least.
Taper, if you can understand me, nod.
He's not hearing anything because you guys are like halfway down the block.
That's true.
Well, if,
Oh, okay.
if
I'm
you
getting
can't think
there,
of
I'm
anything
getting
else
there.
you want to know about Taper, we'll go ahead and...
It's something we can figure out later on, I guess.
Okay, that's fine.
Because there's just so much going on, and I'm going to be going up to Taper to,
Hey, man.
So are you getting out of the van?
oh yeah.
Okay, so you open up the other door and you hop out and start walking down the street towards Second and Taper. That Taper, the
We
elder
have
Taper.
briefly come to a stop, so
I'll thumbs up at the ghost who's watching. Be like, Phil does a good show too.
It's the lady in the back with the popcorn has like swung around to like look out the side window now. as
Oh
she's-
no, Steve was the bouncer for
Steve,
Jerry
yeah,
Springer.
yes.
Steve had a show.
That's right.
he did. That's right.
He did.
I forgot about that. Fantastic.
What is blood?
That's
So-
fantastic. Good
Oh.
work, Debbie Stacks.
Taper can't really do anything because he's under the kiss.
You, me, you. Cam, you, me,
It's-
me, you.
It's Omar's turn.
No.
Omar?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you roll to do a 3-point turnabout at this point.
Good. It's at very low speed.
It's a very low speed.
So you like,
Yeah.
all the
You're like trying to whip it around and slamming on the brakes. I'm just like,
fast and anti-furious.
As you're pulling back there, you see the other taper up on top of the hearse, and he's like pointing over there at him, and he's like got the severed hand that he was like just drinking out of, and he's like shooing you off with it, like, go on, hit him.
So I do my 3-point turnabout, and then I proceed back towards the loving embrace that's occurring on the middle of the road, in the middle of a town.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
breaking any sort of masquerade.
No, not at all. So you go.
Yeah, I don't know how much you're going to let me do, but I'm going to try to get there. This can be broken up over rounds. I'm going to try to get there, try to block the scene best I can with the van.
Okay.
Get out, and then Potence throw them both into the van. Not pull them apart. Let them keep doing what they're doing. Throw them back into the van and close the van and drive away.
I'll let you get the 3-point turnaround, and I'll let you pull up there.
Okay.
Dad, he's the one that threw us out of the van. That was me. That was him.
A perception stealth.
Perception stealth.
To best obscure what's going on from the onlookers. So this is you just knowing how to block view of what's going on with the vehicle.
Is this a 7?
Oh man, if you had Obfuscate 5, wouldn't even be a problem right now. Fuck.
1 success.
Okay.
Almost 2, but I rolled a 1.
Oh wow. So it works. You get swung into place.
Fucking awesome.
You next round you'll be able to grab them and throw them into the van.
Fantastic.
The door's open. No, Thomas, shut the door. Shut the door on that side. No, wait, no, because then he got out on the other side.
Yeah.
So that door is open.
Started going up.
Both open at this point.
No, because he shut the one instinctively, and then he saw the ghost in the back.
Yep.
But then he opens the other one up on his side, and that's the side that would be pulled up alongside them. So that door is open on that side. And that would be top of the order. We're back to second.
Okay.
So another strength.
Hold on. In this turn, I'm gonna dump another blood point to pumping up my strength again by just 1. So now I'm 5 strength.
You just start burning it as you take it in.
Yeah. And I got 1, 2, 3. I got and 10s explode.
They do.
If a 10 explodes into a 1, it counters the 10 itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck. 3 successes.
Okay, so you pull 3 more blood out of him.
Oh shit! No, I was treating that like a strike. Shit. That was only supposed to be 9s. I'm looking at, not 7s.
Oh, yeah.
It was two successes.
Okay, so 2 successes. You pull 2 more blood out of him. The whole time that you're latched on and drinking, you're inflicting pain on him, and you know that you're doing this. And the whole time he's giggling.
He's into it, dude. He's into it.
He's so fucked up.
You hear him say, as you're drinking from him, "I'm so proud of you."
Man, he is truly the 90s edgelord. I salute him.
That is fantastic.
And that's when you realize he's not fighting you. He wants this.
I don't know if I can stop.
And the other taper, who you can't even see, is excited too. He's like on the edge of the hearse. And he's like trying to look around the van.
If he's not stopping me, I guess I'm riding this out. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can stop myself. I got nothing on my self-control.
You hear him say, I'm gonna be in your head forever.
Oh. It's true.
You know, am I up at the scene yet?
Yeah, you're there. It's your turn. Well, actually, technically,
I'll whisper down to Levi and be like, "He's telling the truth."
I need to stop. Once he says that, I need to stop myself.
You self-control, because this tastes so good. Tastes so good.
So good.
What's the diff? Is it 7?
Yes.
I get 1 success.
1 success.
Just
Okay.
one.
How you've had what? 3 successes worth of blood drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your self-control will have to beat your strength of drinking for you to break off.
Fuck. Okay.
So-
I just jacked my strength so I can drink better.
Yeah, you did. So, why don't you go ahead and make another strength to drink roll?
Awesome.
Drink.
I don't get any that time. I got
Okay.
a 6 with my highest on the
Okay,
dice. 'Cause it's
so
gotta
roll
be a
your
9.
self-control. If you can get a success,
Fucking-
you can let go.
I got 1. I got a 7, a 6, and a 5.
That'll do it. Do you want to let go?
Yes.
You pull yourself
Where-
off.
Where is my napalm jars?
Back in the van?
God, okay. I shove a bunch in his jacket, light him on fire, and kick him out the back. of the
You're on
car.
the ground. It's Omar's turn. Omar, you were going to throw him into the van. Both of them.
Yeah. If they are detached,
He detaches.
I'm only concerned about throwing a second into the van at this point.
Okay, so you just like put one foot on Taper and just grab second and just throw him
throw
into
him
the
in.
van. Just
I get back in
make
the van and I
a
start
strength
driving.
plus brawl.
What was strength brawl?
Strength brawl, and your potency is automatic successes.
Damn right.
I'm scrambling around for my napalm after he lets me go.
I have 3 successes.
Okay. So with 3 successes, you throw second back into the van and slam the door.
No!
And you hop into the driver's seat.
Don't
Yep.
slam the door. I got stuff.
It'll take another round. Thomas, are you getting in?
Yep. As I casually wave, "Bye, Taper."
So you throw him in.
Talk about the '90s.
Thomas gets in and shuts the door as second is scurrying over the seat, completely unaware of the moo-moo-clad specter in the back seat with the bucket of popcorn watching this whole thing go down. As he's starting to grab jars and get ready to throw napalm at Taper. Omar, do you
Hey,
take off?
second. I point to where the Moo Moo woman is. Said, use your aura vision, right in that area. Tell me what you see. No, do it.
I need the jar.
Second, do it. Just do it for me. Just do your aura vision real quick. Trust me.
I get it. This fat lady will sing. Okay.
All right, so explain to me what's happening again and what my choices are.
Second is rummaging around in the back of the van.
Right. Looking
Thomas
for
is
napalm.
trying to get him to turn on some sort of heightened senses. Taper's laying there on the ground, and you have an opportunity to drive away
Yep.
or wait and see what Second is about to do.
Oh,
I
we're
know
definitely
he's
not
gonna
waiting.
fucking-
Okay.
We're definitely
Damn
driving
it,
away.
you always do this.
So you take off down the road.
We're going to the Giovanni.
I hate you.
They're headed to the
All right,
vineyard, and
now
that is
second.
where we'll wrap for
We
the
will,
night.
we will never be this close again.
Second,
Are you kidding?
you
It's
saw,
100
but you
bits
saw
away.
what I was talking about, right? You saw that. I am not crazy. You can
No,
attest to that
nobody
now.
thinks you're crazy, but this motherfucker needs to turn this van around.
You turn around and you look behind
Thomas,
you,
you're a delight.
and you see the
the
young
worst.
Taper kind of helps the older Taper up.
That motherfucker.
And he hands him the severed hand, and you see the old Taper like bites down on it. Like, and it looks like they just kind of like looking at each other, like shrugging, and they're like making motions down the road towards you guys. Like, man, I thought you had him. Like, man, that was so close. I thought he was gonna do it. Like, you could just see the conversation between the two of them as they're sitting down there at the edge of the road, and you ride off into the distance. And that's where we're gonna wrap for the night.
No Masquerade breach for us.
No.
Not that it really matters, but while we're putting on airs, we kind of got to try to play by the rules. Fantastic.
Second, remember, he would have been in your head forever if you'd finished it off that way. You never would have gotten rid of him.
It would have been.
Just a little napalm never hurt anybody.
All right.
Unless you're a
Well,
vampire.
that'll be the end of our game session for the night. I thank everybody for stopping in for the bit donations to make Ghost and Taper happen. It's always a good time when Taper shows up.
Notice.
We will be back here next Monday for community night, me and Jeff, and those of you in the community. That is when we are back again, believe it or not. I know.
Yeah.
Feels like forever, but we are on a long Everstorm drought, unfortunately. Right before we make the final ascent to the top of the mountain, to the summit for Everstorm, the 3-year-long campaign. That will be October 9th, I think we determined, right?
Yes.
October
That's
9th is the next Everstorm game.
We kind of have a wedding before that. We're all going.
Wait. Are we not playing this Saturday?
No.
We are not.
Oh, we're not. Okay.
We're not.
Clint's
not.
And I think.
Oh, that's right.
Pan's schedule is also erratic because of cons.
Right. Okay, sorry, I missed that part.
This month got really rough schedule wise for several of us, so there's a lot going on.
But I'm not sorry.
We will return to a more regular gaming schedule probably in October, hopefully. There's a lot of things going on between now and then that a lot of us are missing some time for. And we'll be back to a regular schedule, hopefully in October, where you'll get to see Everstorm wind up and maybe even get a bit of a little dose of what maybe is coming down the road next.
Oh,
yeah, when we're done on the epilogue, when we do the wrap up after Everstorm is done, at the end of that episode, we'll talk about what's next.
So you'll get to look forward to that. We do have other things in the can and in the works coming down the pipe. So just because some things are wrapping up, coming to an end, I would say there's probably at this point like 2 or 3 more sessions of iKindred, I think.
Okay.
Realistically.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
I started looking over where things are at, and I kind of feel like things are building up to Elysium itself. So I kind of feel like that is like a good...
That's cool.
Like
it's a good climax for a bunch of new vampires. That's a good climax.
Yeah. So I feel like it seems appropriate, and maybe being down to only 3 players might be a good way to have that wrap up. So I think that we'll be back here in 2 weeks for this game at 10 p.m. Next week, Thursday, 10 p.m. should be Yeehaw. We should be a go for Yeehaw. Yeah. So Monday night's community night. Me and Jeff should be back 10 p.m. And then Thursday will be Yeehaw next week. And then again, we're a ways off for Everstorm. So that's our current schedule.
Next Yeehaw episode is called "What's This in the Barrel? It's a Baby." Awesome.
What's this in the barrel? It's a baby.
It's a baby.
Awesome.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
So, do you guys have anything else you need to shout out before we go? Boffrin, you got anything for us?
No.
Nothing in particular. There's some things that are in the pipe coming in con-wise, but
nice.
We'll see about that, a little closer to it.
Cool.
Keep an eye out for Gamehole Con, let me just say that.
Nice.
Yeah. Cons are currently a thing.
They are.
And enjoy them while you can.
Yeah.
We're hoping
go buy some art from David Lee Pancake.
That's right. All right, then. So I'm going to fire us a raid. Fire us up a raid. We're going to go say hello to... Is any of these people playing Vampire by chance? Nope, they're not. We're going to go say hi to... Wow, Matty Morris has got 70 people watching. Let's go join them.
Nice. Matty Morris always has a mountain of people watching.
I know. He does such good show going on. He does such good stuff. That's why.
See, Jeff, I didn't totally sell you out yet.
But I feel like they are going to.
Of course we are.
I
It's
tried
the
to sell
easy
myself
way,
out,
and you know, I
fucking
really
Kill
don't want
Buzz
to.
Omar over here. Shut that down.
I'm just trying to help. Just trying to help.
And there's Maddie. And what is he working on there tonight? Looks like he's DM shopping something up. So we are raiding
That's
over.
what he does.
I wanted a chance to try and play a nice Tremere. You know, those are so rare.
And we will catch you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Peace. Say
Thanks
hello,
for coming
Maddie.
out.
Thanks, everybody.